Arsenal 2, Fulham 2. It's a draw at the Emirates, match week 3. Just a terrible match result. I mean, both goals that Arsenal gave up were horrible. First minute rather, just terrible botched back pass by Saka that led to a relatively lucky finish by Pereira, but nonetheless an opportunity that he never should have had. And then off of a corner, Adama does Zinchenko in that build up to that, wins the corner, and then João Palhinha just goes unmarked. I mean, there were three guys you could have picked any Arsenal player to just try to mark him, but goes completely unmarked. Soft defending, tying it up 2-2. And then Arsenal, we pushed, we tried, but we couldn't find that third goal to go back up and win it. Just a really disappointing, frustrating result. And you hope the players, tough pill to swallow, but you just hope they learn from it. And you really hope Mikel Arteta has seen enough through three matches to end the experiment that is Thomas Partey as the inverted right back. And really, experimental time is over. It's time to just, as he even said in the post match, look, one match a week. And in the Premier League, every match has to count. You got to just play your best players. Return to really that back four that we saw that was so solid last season with Zinchenko, Gabriel, where was he? Saliba, and then Ben White, of course, in that right back position. Just really tough result now into the player ratings. In goal, I think Aaron Ramsdale, I got to give him a 6. Really was not at fault for either of the goals. Just tough pill to swallow for that defense. Allowing two at home. Some reason or another, clean sheets are just difficult to come by at the Emirates. It's just mind boggling. I just don't understand it. I think Aaron Ramsdale showed some urgency and intensity, at least, in the distribution. I think he was just okay. I mean, unfair to really give him more or less than a 6. Kivior, I think 5.5, really because he didn't get that ball over the line off of a bounce off that corner in the 98th, 99th minute, where it just fell to him and didn't really take that chance. And then I don't think he was really all too brilliant in the build up or defensively. Saliba, the same, really. 5.5 by Saliba's standards, just not a great performance. Even, I think he epitomized the tenor of the lack of really conviction or precision with just our passing. There was a time where he uncharacteristically just passed it between two players, no man's land, if you will, easy or horrible giveaway. And he almost got done off of a quick Adama chance, almost out of nothing, trying to keep up with him second half. And if it's anybody else, could have been a penalty, but it's Adama because he's going up against one of the strongest, quickest players. Adama just tried to shear his way through, but uncharacteristically bad performance relative to Saliba's standards. Ben White, I think there really wasn't a moment or a shocking moment for that matter. I think just he epitomizes a solid player, match in, match out, roughly reliable. I think a 6, unfair to dock him or really give him more. And then Thomas Partey, I think it was evident by that double substitution he was a part of in that second half. I think I got to give him a 5. And really, Fulham looked to pick him apart every chance they had going down that right hand side when they had possession in that first half. And there were some moments okay, but I mean, just looks out of place in that inverted right back role. I think this spells the end for now, hopefully. I mean, Arteta, you think noticed by that quick substitution. Moving into the midfield, I think Declan Rice was okay. I mean, I can't really give him more or less than a 6.5. I think he showed he was trying to be on the front foot and force the issue, carrying it forward, in the build up, looking for that progressive pass into the final third. Just didn't really have that incisive final ball, lacking end product, which was the case for the entire team. And I think Odegaard, same 6.5, had a couple passes again, not that you think he would convert more typically, but then he had his brilliant passes, of course, every match. But he, a lot's asked of him every match, and Odegaard, I think, did okay. I think 6.5, like Rice, is fair. And then Kai Havertz rounding that out. Look, I'm one of the more staunch Kai Havertz supporters, I feel like, within this Arsenal fan base. But my word, I mean, two chances could have been up to, should have been 2-0, really, with Kai Havertz not quite being on the end of a high foot, where it was a good challenge by the Fulham defender, so maybe gets a benefit of the doubt there. But then a cross in from the right, and he just doesn't finish that last half meter of a run that would have just been a tap in. And then, really, I mean, the second half, part of that double substitution with Partey in that second half early on, just, I think the moment that sticks out is a little back and forth that should have been a back and forth, should have just been received that 10-meter pass, 10 yards from Rice, and then just immediately pass it right back to Rice, a giveaway. And even Rice is going, what, like, pushing, pointing him forward, like, Kai, what are you doing? Just take a touch and then turn. You had space behind you, but just didn't look comfortable out there. I think really the chemistry on that left side remains an issue. And transitioning into the attack, Trossard wasn't really the player we saw in preseason. In all fairness, he didn't really have the chance to hit the ground running in the first two matches to build directly off that preseason form. But I think Trossard really wasn't himself. I got to give him a 5.5. Didn't even get onto the pitch for the second half. Was subbed for Eddie, who I think did a good job. But then rounding out the wings, I think Martinelli, a 6.5. It was a lot of spray and pray. And I think it wasn't for a lack of effort on Gabby Martinelli's part. He tried, wasn't the most clinical or best end products off of those duels or take-ons, but he was the recipient. A lot of play flowed through him, similarly to now Saka. And with Bukayo, he got the goal, took the pen, which he gets a lot of credit for that. But I think I got to give him a 6 because really, I mean, the first goal he was the most responsible for, that terrible touch. And then even the second goal could have been argued, I think, between him, Eddie, and even Declan Rice. Just that soft center of sorry defending or lack thereof on that corner that led to João Palhinha, just unmarked, clear chance, just invited straight through to get a shot on target, which he did, and tied up in a completely deflating, crushing 2-2 draw. And into now the subs. I think the subs epitomized the bright spots, really starting with the man of the match in Fabio Vieira, 8.5. By far the best he's looked in an Arsenal shirt. I mean, the passing, the movement, the winning penalty foul, or not winning, but, well, he won the penalty foul in the box and set up Arsenal to get back right in the game, 1-1. And then just a beautiful weighted, driven cross into Eddie to set him up perfectly to go up 2-1 in what should have been the game-winning goal, but wasn't for it ultimately and sadly. But he had another chance, or he gave it his all in toward the end of the match, extra time, had a powered finesse that was kind of straight to Leno, but gave it a shot, gave it a run. I don't think you could have asked really much more at all of Fabio Vieira, man of the match with that 8.5. And then second best performance, I think, has to go to Eddie, taking his chance to put us up 2-1 for only a few minutes, unfortunately. And he really gave Bassi problems and put us with a man advantage. But we, some reason or another, fell off with that man advantage. That intensity just dropped off, and just inexcusably. Not really sure why, but definitely not to Eddie Nketiah's fault. And to round out the substitutes, I think Zinchenko, he showed his attacking prowess, but ultimately 5.5 because he got caught out on what ultimately was what led to the corner and the match tying goal by João Palhinha. And then with Jorginho and Gabby Jesus, who finally returns to action, I think just a 6 for both of them. Can't really. There wasn't enough to go off of to more or less than a 6 in my view. Let me know in the comments your player ratings as well as just overall match thoughts. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Really means a lot. All support in any way possible, whether it's a like, subscribe, comment, really goes a long way, and it means the world to me getting started. We're only going up from here, and we look to improve as hopefully Arsenal does from this really disappointing result. Have a good rest of the weekend if it wasn't already spoiled by this result. See you guys in the next one. Check out my TikTok. Come on, you Gunners. Gotta bounce back.